What happens when the power goes out and it does not come back soon? In 2026, this is no longer a rare problem. Storms, floods, wildfires, and extreme heat are putting more pressure on power systems around the world. And when one large grid fails, entire cities and communities can suffer. For a long time, we depended on one basic idea: big power plants, big transmission lines, and one giant system to keep everything running. But now that model looks fragile. And that is why one technology is getting more attention than ever: microgrids, small local energy systems that can keep working even when the main grid goes down. This is not just about electricity. It is about safety, freedom, and survival. Chapter 1. The problem with the old energy model. Most countries built their power systems in the same way. Electricity is generated far away, then sent across long transmission lines, and finally delivered to homes and businesses. When everything works, it feels normal. But when disaster hits, the weakness becomes clear. If one important part of the system breaks, huge numbers of people can lose power at once. That means no lights, no refrigeration, no internet, sometimes even no water or medical support. The bigger the system, the bigger the risk when it fails. That is the weakness of centralization. Chapter 2. What is a microgrid? A microgrid is a small local power network. It can include solar panels, wind power, batteries, smart control systems, backup generators if needed. Normally, a microgrid can stay connected to the main power grid. But if the main grid fails, the microgrid can separate and continue running on its own. That is what makes it special. Instead of waiting for outside help, a community can keep critical systems alive by using its own local energy. In simple words, a microgrid gives people more control over their own electricity. Chapter 3. Why it matters in 2026. The world is using more electricity than ever. We are charging electric vehicles, running more air conditioning during heat waves, using more digital systems, more data, more connected devices. At the same time, climate change is making disasters more frequent and more severe. So demand is going up, while risk is also going up. That is a dangerous combination. We do not just need clean energy anymore. We need reliable energy. We need resilient energy. Energy that does not collapse the moment the system is under stress. This is why microgrids matter now. They are not just an environmental idea. They are a resilience idea. Chapter 4. From backup power to smart independence. In the past, backup power usually meant diesel generators. They were useful but limited. They were noisy. They needed fuel. And they were mostly for emergencies only. Microgrids are different. They can create value every day, not just during a crisis. On normal days, they can lower energy costs, support renewable power, and make local systems more efficient. During emergencies, they can keep essential services running. That means they are not just backup tools. They are part of a smarter way of living. This is the real shift, from emergency power to everyday energy independence. Chapter 5. Grid resilience. One important phrase in the future of energy is grid resilience. This means the ability to handle shocks, recover quickly, and keep critical services running. A fragile grid fails all at once. A resilient grid fails in smaller ways and recovers faster. That is where microgrids shine. Because they are local and flexible, they reduce the chance that one failure destroys everything. Think of the old system as one giant chain. If one major link breaks, the damage spreads. A microgrid system is different. It creates smaller, smarter islands of power. If one part goes down, another part can still survive. That kind of design is going to matter more and more in the future. Chapter 6. Off-grid living is changing. For many people, the phrase off-grid living used to sound extreme. It sounded like isolation, like leaving modern life behind. But now the meaning is changing. Today, off-grid or partially off-grid, living can mean something much more practical, being less vulnerable. A house or building with solar panels, battery storage, and smart energy controls is not rejecting the modern world. It is preparing for instability inside the modern world. That is a big difference. You are not disconnecting because you hate technology. You are building independence because you understand risk. And that mindset is spreading. Chapter 7. A new kind of shelter. Now imagine this idea on a bigger scale. A future home, retreat, or community base built around a microgrid. It has solar power, battery storage, smart temperature control, water systems, internet backup, and enough local energy to keep daily life running during an outage. Now imagine it is not just a survival shelter. Imagine it is also comfortable. A place for communication, entertainment, creativity, and rest. That changes the idea of protection. Because in the future, the strongest shelter may not be the darkest bunker. It may be the place that keeps people calm, connected and functional when everything outside is unstable. Not just a place to survive, a place to continue living. Chapter 8. From depending on the system to building local power. The biggest change here is not technical. It is mental. For years, most people believed infrastructure was something distant. If the power fails, someone else will fix it. The government, the utility company, the larger system. But microgrids introduce a different idea. A town can prepare, a school can prepare, a hospital can prepare, a neighborhood can prepare. That does not mean national systems are unnecessary. It means strong countries may need stronger local systems. Real resilience is not only built from the top down, it is also built from the bottom up. And that may be one of the most important lessons of the next decade. Chapter 9. The challenges. Of course, microgrids are not perfect. They can be expensive to install. They require planning, maintenance, and smart management. They do not solve every problem in every place. Different communities need different solutions. Some places may rely more on solar. Others may need wind, storage, or backup fuel. And regulations can slow things down. So no, this is not a magic answer. But it is also no longer just an experiment. It is becoming a real option for communities that want more control, more resilience, and more security. Closing. For most of modern history, power meant something big. Big plants, big grids, big control. But the future may look different. The strongest system may not be the biggest one. It may be the one that can adapt, separate, recover, and keep going. That is the promise of the microgrid revolution. A future where communities are not helpless when the main system fails. A future where energy is local, flexible, and resilient. A future where people do not just consume power, they protect it. And maybe that is the real shift of our time. Not just producing energy, but learning how to keep life moving when the world becomes unstable. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to Hope Reactor, because the future does not belong only to the biggest systems. It belongs to the smartest ones.